Hey guys, welcome to Kiana Sky Speaks. Today I'm going to be talking about how to overcome depression and what have I done and what tips do I have for you. So, first of all, I've struggled with depression ever since I was 7 years old, and so ever since then, or ever since I can remember, I've after I've gotten over my depression, I've realize that I want to help people figure out what the root cause of their depression is and how I can help them get over it, get over it more like heal. So, um, I have been depressed pretty much my whole life up until 2 years ago, and a lot of big things changed. I got manifested things that I'd been manifesting for years, and I came into my own after I got out of my addiction. And so, long story short, I found my husband, and I'm happy. And I'm working on myself. I got a scholarship to go to school, and I'm working on creative writing things. So, this is basically a rundown of my trauma. Um, from a very young age, I was bullied, and it wasn't like school bullying. I did have that, but it was more like from adults and from people that thought they could take advantage of me. And long story short, I made a lot of toxic friendships and relationships, and that ended up burning me out and making me depressed. So then I started to drink. I drank for years. I got my stomach pumped at hospitals. I I took drugs because I didn't know what to do. Long story short, I was adopted and by my family, and a lot of just dysfunction there. Uh, but nobody's perfect, and my family my family has tried their best, and so have I. So this past year, my mom has died, and that's brought a lot of trauma into my life and depression, anxiety, PTSD. I had to, and I have to because I'm graduating soon, but I had to quit my job because I was having panic attacks there. Um, Thankfully, provided and cared for, I say. But I want to come on here and just share my struggles and how do I get through them? Like, everyone says, like, oh, um you know, just heal. Well, you got to have time to heal, and you got to know how to heal. You can't just say, oh, go heal, but not give someone the steps to heal. So I'll bring up, because I have a book out, and it's called There Is Hope, Women Are Worth the Fight. And it's all about my journey and how I got over depression, how I got over alcoholism, what happened in my life. Because I'm not going to share too much on here, because, you know, if you would really like to know my story, you can read it in my book. Um, so, what I do daily to combat my depression, anxiety, and PTSD is basically this right here, my podcasts, because I don't like, you know, I like to talk during the day, and I don't have a lot of um, friends where I live. So, anyway, I do that. I do my digital designs. I do my art. I do my abstract art. I love to do that. I do this podcast. I do a lot of music things, and I watch a lot of shows that are uplifting. I listen to a lot of music, and I'm actually going to school, so I fill my time. That's what I do. I fill my time, and that's what combats my depression. I stay away from acidic foods. I stay away from alcohol. I do antiparasiticals every once in a while, so that my body is in peak condition. healthily. Um, so those are a few things that I do, and I do suggest breath work because I had gotten suggested by a friend to do breath work, and I basically opened a portal to healing. So every time I do breath work, I go deep into meditation and I, remove another layer and do healing on myself. And just so you know, I'm like a self healer. I like to heal other people and myself. Um, it's a gift that I have. I'm Kiana Sky Speaks, the Oracle. The name changes because I've been activated and given gifts to help others because of what I've been through. Starseed blood, stuff like that. So, back to where I was going with that, all of that is that, like, I have a mission, and the depression and anxiety has kind of been subsiding after doing breath work and meditation. And it's not like a cop out. It's not like, oh, go meditate. Well, it actually does help. Breath work helps. And it's not like a buzzword or whatever they call spiritual bypassing. No, go do breath work. It will help you if you have anxiety. Seriously. Depression, anything. It will get your mind to slow down and your body to slow down. And also, what I've noticed is that when you are slowing down and you're sitting for 30 minutes a day, even 15 minutes a day, you don't have to sit for 30. That's a little excessive for, sitting down for long periods of time if you don't do that normally. So if you sit down for 15 minutes and you just don't think about anything, you can turn on a frequency, you can make intentions because they will be powerful, but just sit there and be for 15 minutes. And be. And this is really immensely helped me in actually the past few months because I just have a problem with anger, and this has solved my anger problems. Not completely, but I work on it every single day. So I do breath work, and I also just sit silently. And, I mean, that's where breath work is incorporated, right? So, yeah. I do that, and I'm healing my traumas day after day. I go through shadow work every day. I heal kind of in my own way with that. Is sometimes I'll confront things in my dreams. Lately, my dreams have been getting really wild, and I dreamt of my grandma last night who passed away, so I think she came to greet me. So I'm just wanting to help others to figure out how to get through their depression from ways that I have, but that's not necessarily how you're going to heal your depression. But talking about ways to cope with depression is what I like to do for people because some people may not even know these things. Like, I know going out in nature is a lot, it's like generic. Everyone thinks, oh, go out in nature. Well, yeah, seriously, go out in nature because it will naturally raise your vibration, and the anxiety and depression will strip away once you touch a tree. It happens all the time. I feel lighter and lighter and lighter. And also, certain teas will help calm my anxiety and depression down for the time being. I don't take any pharmaceutical medicine. That's part of my trauma. I took 7 pills at a time once and got sent to the psych ward. Had a lot of bipolar. I think I had bipolar 1. I'm not really sure, but I don't label myself anymore. I know that I'm on the spectrum. I found out this year, but I don't really label myself, and I know that I've had this problem for years. So I work on my trauma one day at a time. I do my shadow work. I make sure that I'm not just, going by light, but also making sure to incorporate the darkness and then letting it go again. That's how I work. So, depression and anxiety is not easy to get over. Trauma is not easy to get over. But one day at a time with baby steps, I know that I and the rest of us who suffer can get through it. And I hope this video has helped you. And if it did, let me know, because I would like to help other people. Have a good night.